Get ready for the action because we are diving straight into the NFL news. We start with the Philadelphia Eagles and the 2026 NFL Draft. We're breaking down exactly which wide receiver the Eagles should be targeting in every single round of that draft. We look at the potential of Alshon Jeffrey, Sarrett and Omar Cooper Jr., Daniels, Montgomery, Thomas, and Pina, exploring the deep talent pool that could transform Jalen Hurts' offense for the future.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we shift gears to the 2026 NFL Mock Draft, featuring the final edition of the 9th overall selection. We're tracking the major moves as the Chiefs and Eagles trade up. The Giants make big splashes with Dexter Lawrence gone, and we look at the high upside plays like Bailey, Reese, and the elite linebacker talent of Styles. We continue the mock draft deep dive, examining the picks for the Cardinals, the Raiders, and the Dolphins. We'll see who is addressing the offensive line, who is bringing defensive juice to the Saints with Ruben Bain Jr., and the surprising moves happening across the league, including the Browns and the Patriots. And finally, we wrap up this massive draft preview with major roster moves and offseason drama. We look at the Eagles' decision to kick off voluntary workouts without A.J. Brown, the trade speculation surrounding A.J. Brown and the New England Patriots, and what that means for the 2026 season. Don't miss a second of this analysis. Stay locked in with us. The Philadelphia Eagles are maintaining a patient approach to their wide receiver situation for the 2026 NFL Draft, recognizing that while they lack an immediate need, the long-term outlook, particularly concerning the future of A.J. Brown, makes bolstering the position a strategic priority across all 7 rounds. The team's existing depth allows for flexibility, but the Eagles are reportedly looking ahead, seeking either premium talent early or high-upside players later to enhance Jalen Hurts' offense. Analysts have identified several wide receiver prospects who could fit the Eagles' needs, spanning from first-round selections to late-round sleepers. One notable target is the second coming of Alshon Jeffrey from Boston. This 6'4", 210-pound player demonstrated elite red zone production at Washington last year, hauling in 76.9% of his contested targets and leading the Huskies with 20 touchdowns over his final 2 college seasons, accumulating 881 receiving yards and 11 touchdowns in his final year. He also finished his time at UConn with 101 receptions, 1,278 yards, and 13 touchdowns. Other prospects under consideration include Sarrett, who earned second-team All-Big Ten honors in 2025, and Omar Cooper Jr., forming a potent duo that achieved double-digit receiving touchdowns in the regular season. Furthermore, Daniels, a standout performer at Miami in 2025, ranked 3rd on the team in receptions, yards, and touchdowns, recording 7 receiving touchdowns. The list also features Montgomery, a highly explosive athlete who set numerous school records at Nicholls State and John Carroll, holding titles for most receptions, receiving touchdowns, and receiving yards in a single season. Thomas also emerged as a significant prospect, logging 41 receptions for 488 yards and 4 touchdowns in his best 2025 season. Finally, Pina, a transfer from Syracuse, showed strong production at Penn State in 2025, recording 49 catches for 552 yards and 2 touchdowns, alongside significant return yardage. The 2026 NFL Draft is rapidly approaching, culminating in the selection of 257 players across Thursday through Saturday in Pittsburgh. Analysts have released a comprehensive mock draft, the 9th overall selection, offering insights into the projected landscape of this year's draft. The mock draft strategy involves Nate Tice handling odd-numbered picks and Charles McDonald managing the even ones, providing a framework for evaluating player value. In the mock draft analysis, several key moves and player profiles emerged. The Raiders are reportedly working to integrate Mendoza into their offense, leveraging his size and mental fortitude alongside veteran support from Tyler Linderbaum and quarterback Kirk Cousins. The Jets are eyed for a player like Bailey, valued for his high upside as a pass rusher, with the addition of nose tackle Tvonder Sweat bolstering the defensive structure. The Cardinals and Titans are highlighted as potential pivot points for the draft, with the Cardinals looking to secure offensive line talent. For the Chiefs, the analysis suggests a trade-up is warranted to secure a top 3 pick, emphasizing a player like Reese as the best non-quarterback prospect, ideally suited for Steve Spagnuolo's defense. The draft saw significant movement in the Giants, who are positioned strongly after trading Dexter Lawrence. Downs is projected to be the highest selected safety in over a decade, bringing crucial stability to the back end. Meanwhile, Tate is seen as a high-floor option for the Browns' wide receiver room, offering necessary execution in their passing game. Offensively, the discussion focused on the potential for quarterbacks and running backs to sustain high-volume rushing, with the Commanders opting for a top skill player to boost their offense. The Saints are targeting edge rushers, with Ruben Bain Jr., seen as an NFL-ready body to complement Chase Young. The Cardinals addressed their offensive line early, selecting a technically proficient right tackle in Moigoa. Significant positional value was noted for an elite off-ball linebacker prospect, Styles, who possesses rare size and leverage, making him a potential weapon for the Jets. The Eagles are looking to bolster their offensive line, targeting a high-end offensive tackle to support their evolving scheme. The Baltimore Ravens are receiving an upgrade at the offensive line with a big-bodied player to stabilize the interior after losing Tyler Linderbaum. Other notable picks include the Dolphins securing a cornerback, the Cowboys taking a risk on a cornerback in McCoy, and the Rams targeting a burly pass catcher to bridge their offensive gaps. The Steelers are looking to address the left guard position with a guard prospect, while the Browns are pursuing an offensive tackle with Proctor. The Bills are focusing on adding a stabilizing linebacker, and the Bears are looking to solidify their offensive line with Lamu at left tackle. The Chiefs also secured a dynamic skill player, like Conception, to enhance their offensive playmaking. Finally, the Seahawks concluded the mock draft by adding Tariq Woolen, another premium defensive back, to reinforce their secondary. The Philadelphia Eagles are reportedly exploring additional trade options beyond the high-profile speculation surrounding wide receiver A.J. Brown. Insider reports suggest that while discussions with the New England Patriots regarding a trade for Brown are ongoing, a resolution may not materialize until after the 2026 NFL Draft, with league sources indicating conversations are expected to resume on or before June 1, potentially leading to a deal. Adding to the trade chatter, ESPN reporter Adam Schefter hinted that the Eagles have other potential moves in the pipeline, which could materialize during the current draft period. Schefter noted that while the A.J. Brown trade is pending, the Eagles have other scenarios in mind, suggesting they are actively scouting veteran players. He mentioned previous interest in pass rusher Jonathan Greenard with the Vikings, though those talks have reportedly cooled. Schefter emphasized the Eagles' tendency to look for opportunities, stating, "The Eagles always have a trick or two up their sleeve," and indicated that the team is not waiting idly for developments this week. He confirmed that the Eagles are always looking to move up and down the draft board and are scouring the market for available veteran players. Meanwhile, A.J. Brown has remained silent regarding the team's off-season activities. NFL Network reporter Mike Garafolo confirmed that Brown was absent from the Eagles' off-season workout program on Monday morning. Sources indicate that Brown is awaiting clarity on his future, as there are no mandatory requirements before June 1, when trade talks with the Patriots and potentially other teams are expected to resume. This lack of participation is attributed to Brown's desire to avoid risking injury, while his situation remains unresolved. The Philadelphia Eagles have officially launched their voluntary off-season workout program, signaling a focused effort to rebuild momentum for the 2026 season. The program kicked off on Monday, April 20, at the newly branded Jefferson Health Training Complex in South Philadelphia, drawing a strong contingent of key players. Notable attendees included quarterback Jalen Hurts, All-Pro cornerbacks Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell, and star defensive tackle Jalen Carter, all demonstrating early commitment to the offseason grind. For many returning players, this marks their first time in South Philadelphia since the disappointing conclusion of the 2025 campaign. New additions, such as free agent cornerback Rick Woolen, also participated, integrating with their new teammates. The most significant storyline revolved around the absence of star wide receiver A.J. Brown. The three-time second-team All-Pro and longtime team captain was notably absent, a situation widely linked to ongoing trade speculation. Reports suggest Brown is likely to be traded, most prominently to the New England Patriots, following June 1st, a date that allows the Eagles to manage his dead cap hit across the 2026 and 2027 seasons. Brown's absence is telling. He has rarely missed voluntary workouts, and his decision to sit out this session suggests a move is imminent rather than a possibility. Sources indicate that the return package for Brown is anticipated to feature a future draft pick in 2027 or 2028, potentially a first-round selection or a conditional second-rounder. The initial phase of the NFL offseason program, Phase 1, Weeks 1-2, is strictly focused on meetings, strength and conditioning, and physical rehabilitation, with no on-field drills permitted. The program escalates through Phase 2, introducing limited walkthrough drills, and culminates in Phase 3, which allows for up to 10 days of organized team activity, OTA practices, including 7-on-7 drills, though live contact remains prohibited. The Eagles have confirmed OTA dates scheduled for May 26-27, May 29, June 1-2, and June 4, followed by a mandatory minicamp on June 9-10. The initial meetings will feature offensive coordinator Sean Mannion introducing planned adjustments to the offensive scheme. This offseason represents a pivotal transition for the Eagles as they manage coaching changes, integrate new defensive talent, and potentially reshape their offense without one of its established cornerstones.